Hello everyone, today we'll be exporting 3D model from Cadmapper, modeling it in SketchUp and rendering and exporting it to Lumion. First we'll start with official Cadmapper website where you get to see the Google Maps and you can zoom in and out like Google Earth and Google Maps. You can see how much of area you can get it for free file and how much could be for a purchased file. And then towards the left side you can see in what softwares would you like to download the files. I have set it for SketchUp format, and then let's set the area with the little water body and parks and building blocks. Set the file to download. It's requesting. For now you get to see the details about the topography included, how many buildings are there, and latitude and longitude. Once you download the file, you export it. And the file is exported in SketchUp format. Now you open that file. It looks like this in a top view. In SketchUp model, it has buildings, the water, railway lines. Towards the default tree in the right side you get to see tags. That's the layers in SketchUp where you see water, topography, railway lines, and path, parks, outline, contours. So just like how we have it in other softwares, Rhino and 3ds Max, the layers are there in tags. So to work on it, if the file becomes too heavy and if this is getting slow, you can hide the contours. You can see each and every material is in block format. So to identify it, we'll just give a black surface to the ground or the topography. If you go to styles, you get to display the whole model in different style according to how you want to represent it or take it forward. Get to have it in different sketching format based on different pen styles. So you can take snapshots of these and annotate per conceptual blocks. Let's keep it like this in this format and try to give materials for a few buildings. So let's give all the tall buildings one color, maybe a grayer shade, and then a little lower ones a dark gray. So when we export it to Lumion, every surface should have different material. So we'll give all the surfaces different colors so that you select one material to change. It changes throughout wherever that color is used. So let's give all lighter or a pastel colors for the blocks. And this was the water body, so it's ended there. We'll just fill it in, and that is the water pond. We'll give that a watercolor, and the rest are just the contour lines. We don't need that for now. So this basic model we can export it in Collada file. That's the format we use it for exporting it to Lumion. Give a name and save it in the drive. Here we have given materials, topography is there, and the water body. So we'll try to render and set the view in Lumion for this. Once you open it, create a new one and select the environment which is not heavier. So the plain environment is always lighter. So the interface looks something like this, where you can zoom in and out, toggle it off like any other 3D software. You have this place thing where you import objects and model. You find the Collada file. And you give importing all the lines and edges. It shows this name is already there. just rename it and continue. The whole model is imported into the workplace. From SketchUp to Lumion, we can see the surfaces are very smooth and nice. The roughness is not there how we see it in SketchUp. So that's the difference from 3D modeling softwares to rendering. So if you go to changing the material, if you select gray, everything in gray is selected, and you can give stone or tiles. So the tall structure, let's make it glass, like a skyscraper. You go to glass, it's too greeny, and you can change every material. You get the same settings, and you can change its reflectiveness, transparency, and the scale of the texture or material you've used. Then you go back, select the other material, and you give a different color or a material. Let's keep the other buildings as asphalt, the surface as an asphalt, similar to a road texture. For water body, we can in Lumion we have to add a surface. So you go to landscape and water, ocean, water, and choose type. You can choose anything. For now we'll just take tropical. Once you do place it, it comes in the format of a surface. You can't give a material, it's the surface of water that you're adding in. If you zoom into it, you can see it's the water, a lookalike surface, that is. So that's how you place the water, and you can move up from that surface. Instead of changing the material how we did it in SketchUp, here we add a different surface. To add more elements like people, trees, transport, you go to place, select a type of tree you want to give. Instead of, when you have a lot of things to place, you can select linear or a cluster mode, so that you select that the whole bunch of things comes, and you get the control of what all things to add in that bunch of elements. You can add different type of trees, landscaping things, people, everything combined together. You can give certain number of things you want here and in different directions, and how you want to randomly give the position to it. So in a bigger scale, to add or model a bigger scale, you use cluster or a linear arrangement. So this is how you place it and add the elements. Then you similarly can add trucks, trains. We have tracks here, so let's add a train. We'll select something like this. Any material or any element that you place, you can move it and rotate and scale it. That's the basic changes that you can do. If you see here at the down, once you select the object, you get to see move, rotate, and scale. Those basic controls are always there. You can move and scale it with the axis number as well, otherwise you can do it manually. Increase the scale, make it realistic. Basically you can add all kinds of transport here. You have all the categories. We'll just add linear type, add maybe another train. in what I've given. It's under two number of items, so one is in the end and the start point. Again, increase the scale, move it, scale, move it. To add a little people, in the setting of people, will go to people and do a line placement. So linear placement in one line format. You can add multiple people together. Select the types. Change the number of items and directions. You can still add and remove few elements and keep on adding it. So basically that's how you add modeling elements. Once you go to the photo mode, you click image, you click the view, and then set the sun height, sun heading, and what angle it is in, the intensity of sunlight, and click the picture. And once you go to the render, you have few options. You always select with desktop or maybe print for a more clarity image. And so that's how you get the 3D model from different software and import it in the Collada format to open it in Lumion and render it. In the further video, we'll talk about how to change materials and render specifically in Lumion. Thank you for watching.